Aging is key in Burgundy. We believe in aging. We don't produce wine for today. We produce them for tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. Of course, not all our wine. When you talk about aging, you have to keep in mind Grand Cru, Premier Cru, sometimes Village. Not the regional appellation. A regional appellation is a wine that has to be drunk quicker. But for the great wine, and especially the Premier Cru and Grand Cru, time will play a very important role to smooth the wine and to get this complexity of aroma that we find in older wine. However, we have to be careful when we age wine, because there is in the wines of Burgundy, white and red, a certain fragility. And we love this fragility. It's because they are fragile that we love them. They are not blockbuster, they are fragile. And because of this fragility, in some vintages, the wine does not age as well as others. So we have to be very careful. When you age wine, it's always a personal relationship that you have with wine. And you cannot age everything. You cannot age every vintage. That's where you need the advice of journalists or people who write about wine, but also that's where you need the advice of your own palate. And when you buy Burgundy wine, you never buy one bottle of that, etc. It does not work. It's much better to buy 6 bottles of the same wine, and you drink a bottle after 3 years, and okay, you say, oh, it's still young, lively, etc. I'm going to wait another 3 years. 3 years later, you drink it, it starts to be, you find it ready to drink. If you love it after 6 years, you drink everything, because it's your taste which is important. It's not what everybody else tells you. Don't believe what the other people tell. Just believe what your taste tells you. So taste your own palate. And if you want to wait another 10 years, 10 more years, it's fine too. But it becomes your responsibility. And actually, when you put wine in your cellar and you keep them 10, 15, 20 years, the pleasure when you will drink them will be 10 times higher, because you will be part of the quality. It's because of you that the wine will taste the way it tastes after 20 years. You will have kept it in the right cellar, at the right temperature, you will have looked at it. Every time that you have been in your cellar, you will have a look and say, oh, not this time, I'm going to drink it in 5 years. And the wine will taste better. I give you an example. We are lucky to have in our cellar a lot of older wine. My father has made some of this wine. When I taste the wine made by my father, I like them twice more. Because there is always a link between the wine and the human being. And when you have this link, the pleasure will be higher. If you drink a wine made by somebody that you have met one day, if you come to visit a winery, you taste the wine of this winery, when you go back home, the wine will taste better to you, because there will be this memory of the place, of the people, and that's life. That's why wine is so important for us, because wine is life. It's not another product, it's life. And that's why it's unpredictable. It is unpredictable, and we like it, because if it was too easy, too simple, if we knew in advance what we were going to taste, we would lose this magic part. Wine is life.
And what is the oldest Burgundy you've ever tasted?
We are lucky because we have many older wines. So in our cellar, so I've been lucky to taste an 1865 Clos Vougeot. When my father retired in 1992, we did a tasting for 50 people of only wine from the 19th century, and a few white, a few reds. So yes, I've been lucky to taste very, very old wine that have been recorked, several times after 30, 40 years. But what is important in this wine, the color has nearly completely disappeared. It's nearly transparent. You have very little tannin, the fruit is still there, and the life is still there. And as long as you have this life, the wine is moving and produce great pleasure. But you don't taste a very old wine the same way that you taste a young wine, of course. You need to be in the mood for it. Otherwise, you will not understand what's going on. But if you are in the mood for it, yes, it's going to be very moving.